You might be a bad boss if you're unhappy. Bad bosses that are unhappy tend to show that unhappiness in negative ways. Bad attitudes, negative comments. They're just not fun to be around. But is happiness something that you can choose to be? Well, according to Abraham Lincoln, he says it is. Let's be like Abraham Lincoln and choose to be happy. But how do we do that? Well, I've dug into the research, and the way to be happy is to listen to Martin Seligman talk about happiness and joy and how we create that in a permanent wellness program, PERMA. Positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning, and accomplishments. And let's try to make happiness permanent. So how do we do that? Positive emotions. How do we keep up? How do we maintain our energy? A lot of it has to do with how you wake up in the morning. What's your morning routine like? You know, I go back and think about my dad's attitude during his life. This is a man that had 2 or 3 heart attacks. He fought off colon cancer 3 times. He had this tick disease. I've got to read it. Babesiosis. I think that's how you say it. But it kills a certain percentage of people, especially when they're over 70. I can remember going and visiting him in the hospital, and he did not look good. He fought all of these things, and he had the same attitude and the same smile on his face every single day. And I can remember in his 80s, I'd say, "Dad, how you doing?" And he'd say, "I'm still here." And that was his attitude, just being there and taking care of himself and taking his naps in the afternoon and reading a book. But he also did things to give back. I remember he did the Meals on Wheels every day for like 20 years. He gave back, he showed his kindness, and he took care of himself. And you could see that with great joy, he would sit there with Mom, even after 70 years of marriage, holding her hand and just watching Jeopardy at night. That's happiness. That's joy. You choose. What do you want to be? And if you show up with a little happiness in your heart, you'll be a better boss and learn to be a great leader.